Before we get started today, I want to know, do you need a little focused time to move your business forward? If so, join me for the Fun and Profitable Power Hour. It's a free co-working session designed to help you take action one small step at a time. You'll get structure, community, and a little bit of celebration at the end. Sign up at wendymuzzy.com/power hour. I cannot wait to cheer you on. Hey there, and welcome to episode 38 of your Fun and Profitable Online Business. This is the podcast that helps you grow your business with intention, momentum, and of course, a sprinkle of confetti. I'm your host, Wendy Muzzy, a certified money coach and online business strategist, and I help women entrepreneurs build businesses that feel as good as they look. Every month, I run a visibility experiment, and this month was centered around showing up on Instagram. I decided to approach it from a different angle than I'd ever before, sharing not just my work, but my life here at the Little Millstone, the animals, the pond, the behind-the-scenes moments that make my business my story, and of course, the adventures I have with my amazing husband, Sean. Now, this wasn't about the trends or algorithms. It was about testing something that I had avoided for a long time, to see what would happen if I simply showed up more personally. And today, I'm sharing the lessons I learned about creating content that actually feels aligned and fun. So if you've ever thought, I want to be on social media more, but just not like that, this one's for you. All right, let's get to it. I want to be honest for a second. Visibility can feel weird. It's awkward. It's one thing to show up for your clients and deliver your services, but for me, it's a totally different thing to show up on camera and hope it connects. Now, for years, I avoided Instagram for my business and really for my home life as well. It just felt like too much. It was too curated or too noisy and too far from what I really wanted to say. But honestly, I just didn't want to be a talking head scrolling on the screen. My brand is me, and I didn't feel like that was me. But in reality, the same intention and joy that I bring to my clients are the same things that show up when I'm walking the property or feeding the chickens or hosting Power Hour from the gazebo. These are my stories, and this is what makes my business mine. So instead of trying to create content, I decided to document what I was already doing, and something shifted. Suddenly, visibility didn't feel like a performance. It felt more personal. And that's why this experiment mattered, because visibility isn't about showing up more. It's about showing up differently in a way that reflects who you really are, not just who you think you need to be successful online. It's about giving yourself permission to test, to try something without immediately labeling it right or wrong. And in this space of curiosity and reflection is where real learning lives and your confidence grows. And for me, that's what this experiment became, a real-time lesson in showing up as myself and letting my feelings guide me forward. Now, this lasted over 4 weeks. It started on October 1st, and now we're 4 weeks in. And here's what I did and what I learned. I'm going to give you step by step. Step number 1, I tracked my process. Every post, every story, every reel, I logged it. And when I posted, I checked in with myself to see how it felt. Because I wasn't just testing the numbers and the content performance. I was testing my energy. Was I excited when I hit publish? Did it feel natural to share that moment? Was it something I'd do again? Anything that felt like I was trying too hard to be on brand was cut. I'm not doing it. Step number 2, I focused on the process, not the numbers. Now, this was a big one. During week 2, I started to get caught up in my metrics. I'd refresh my insights. I'd check what reach percentage looked like. And instantly, I felt the joy disappear. It felt like I was going back to a corporate dashboard instead of a creative playground. And that's where this took a big step back for me. Yes, tracking matters. I will say that for as long as you'll hear me. But when I focus on my metrics instead of the meaning, I start to lose momentum. So I started asking, what feels fun to share today? It started to get lighter. And my creativity returned, and I actually look forward to creating again. So my takeaway here, track your data, but don't let it define your joy. If it starts to feel like pressure, simplify your data you're collecting. You can always refine later. Step 3, I learned what consistency really means to me. At one point, I thought it meant showing up daily, that showing up every single day was how it's done. That's wrong. Through this experiment, I found my rhythm. I found out that 2 to 3 posts a week is my sweet spot. Enough to stay visible, enough to stay engaged, but not so much that it becomes a chore. And that's what I tell my clients too. You get to define consistency for you. It's not about quantity, it's about a rhythm. Step number 4. I built systems for ease. Now, I created folders on my phone for different photos and videos so I could easily pull them and to know what I needed to edit and everything else. And this way, whenever I had an idea, I could quickly grab what I needed. I used Canva to design a simple branded outro for my reels, which was a ton of fun, by the way. And I started editing in batches. I started filming new clips at once. I started saving them for later and then posting when it felt right. These small systems made it so much easier for me to show up, especially on the days when my energy was low, my client load was heavy, or life was just busy. Now, visibility should work for your life, not against it. Take that lesson and figure out a way to put that in your visibility plan. Step number 5. I learned that alignment is way better than algorithms. Now, this might be my biggest takeaway. At one point, I deleted a post that was performing absolutely fine, but it didn't feel like me. And that was such an empowering moment because when you're running your business online, it's easy to start shaping your content for the algorithm. But really, we're here to connect with our audience. Algorithms change. Authenticity, it doesn't. I'd rather have views from people who truly get what I'm talking about than a ton from people who don't connect at all. And that's what I kept reminding myself. Visibility isn't about being everywhere all the time. It's about being seen for who I really am. After a month of experimenting, here's what changed for me. I stopped dreading social media. Now, do I love it? No, not yet, but I don't dread it, and that's huge. And I really started to enjoy the creative process. Like, how can this work? How can I make this fit? What's the message I want to give? And I realized social media can be an extension of who I already am, not a performance. So here's the surprising part. Even though I missed a few days and a week at one point, and even though not every post landed, my numbers still improved. The data showed me it worked, and the feeling proved it was sustainable. I felt lighter, more at ease, more connected to the process. And that's the real magic of experimenting. You don't get clarity by thinking, you get it by doing, by testing things in the wild, learning as you go, and adjusting when needed. Now, I'm creating a rhythm that I can sustain, and I'm using automation tools for scheduling. That's what I've learned through this. Now, I'll probably say this 100 times a month. Visibility isn't about going viral. It's about showing up in a way that feels good to you. All right, let's get to your action step this week. I want you to run your own mini experiment on Instagram or social media. You pick the platform of your choice. And I want you to pick one small thing to test. Maybe you share 15-second stories every day for a week. Or you post a behind-the-scenes photo of your daily work. Or maybe you write a short carousel about why you do what you do. Whatever you choose, track it. Note how it feels, how your audience responds, and what you learn. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about data and discovery. Keep it simple, keep it curious, and let yourself play. All right, let's wrap this up. Here's what my visibility experiment taught me this month. Instagram isn't about volume, it's about alignment. It's about finding your own rhythm, your voice, your version of showing up that feels fun and sustainable. And sometimes the best way to figure out that is just to try it. Even if it's messy, even if you're still figuring out as you go. Because every experiment gives you insight, and insight creates momentum. Now, if you want to see my full visibility log, I've linked it in the show notes at wendymuzzy.com/38, or you can go to wendymuzzy.com/experiment. And if you want help designing your own fun and profitable business experiment, I'd love to help you brainstorm it. You can schedule a call with me at wendymuzzy.com/call. Next week, we're taking this one step further because if you've experimented with visibility, the next question becomes, how do I keep this going without burning out? That's what we'll explore in episode 39, building a sustainable system using data. I'll show you how to turn experiments like this into a rhythm you can trust, so visibility becomes something that supports your business, not something that drains it. All right, until next time, happy experimenting.